Hello everyone, welcome back to James Plays Final Fantasy so you don't have to. I've decided to take a bit of a detour to an optional dungeon, which is really only going to net us some nifty equipment and a summon, which probably won't end up being used that much because I don't necessarily plan on having a summoner in my party. However, I am hoping that it will help us level and grab some money, which are two things that our party is kind of in need of. As long as everything isn't too difficult, then we should be able to do that. We'll just see. We'll see. Not terrible. It's obviously not going to do a whole lot of damage. It's also not terrible. That's pretty good. That's damn good. They are undoubtedly weak against lightning, looks like. You know what I should do is I should actually just put the light rod in the first item slot, just so I have it there in the future. So that wasn't so bad as a random battle. Are his weapons wind spears? Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. So I guess that the lightning rod won't help that much, but nevertheless I should. Well, yeah, I should move it up because... because since we are dealing with a lot of watery enemies, I have the inclination that we are going to be using it a lot. I'm wondering if I should also be more regularly using Refia's Soul Eater ability too, because it's on its own, it deals pretty decent damage to the party. See, these guys are obviously weak against lightning damage. And it does pretty minimal damage back to her. So I don't know, we'll see if that seems to be more of a necessity as we go along. I wish for this game they had switched from number cast to MP. It's a system that makes a lot more sense in this kind of game to me. Oops. Oh well. I feel like, you know, in a game where maybe you weren't casting magic as much, then maybe it wouldn't be as important. But since magic is so, like, just sort of normally essential to progressing through the game, to balance out, you know, how much gil you end up spending, I feel like it would have been so much easier, or I don't know if easier is quite the right word, but a better balance for them. Because at this point, there's no real way to gain that magic back unless you have a cottage, or I don't know. Have I ever picked up any ethers? I don't think I have. Zero attack items. I haven't. So I don't have any sort of ethers. So elixir maybe? Yeah. Elixir is the only way I can recover that now. I don't know. It's not the system that I prefer, that's for sure. We'll put it that way. I've seen it used effectively in games, and I think I've talked about that a little bit before, but it's not this game. This is not the game where I've seen it used effectively. Which is too bad, because, you know, this game has a lot of good things about it too. Turtle shell. Oh, casts shell on everyone, I'm guessing. We definitely are gaining levels at a semi-regular pace, which is nice. So that will undoubtedly help us in whatever our next endeavor might be. The Cave of Time, I think Temple of Time was where we were headed. Chakram. I feel like they're giving us a lot of items for... Oh, boomerang. That makes sense. A lot of items for a monk. And chakram. We got some cat claws. Which is really unfortunate because I don't really ever plan on having a monk in my party. Whoa! What is that? Kelpie. Interesting. In most Final Fantasy games, Kelpies are usually horses. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be, mythologically speaking, Kelpies are like dual tomahawk horses, like seahorses with horse heads, if I'm remembering correctly. What the crap is a dual tomahawk, and how do I get it? That's amazing. It's just an axe, huh? Too bad I do not have anyone that can use an axe in my party. Alright. So, since gaining equipment is part of the goal here, I do want to make sure I'm reasonably thoroughly exploring everything. Although, again, without a concrete way of recovering magic, I can't linger too much. Should have a fair amount of high potions and regular potions in stock that I shouldn't ever have to worry about it too much. And then, of course, at the end of this, there's a boss battle, because it's a dungeon, so of course there is. And I want to make sure I have items, so I'm prepared for that, too. An ancient sword, that sounds pretty awesome. Is it better than a royal sword? Survey says, ho! Yes. Definitely. Wow. Alright, ancient sword. Man, there's so many items here. It's a little bit ridiculous. Oh, I messed that up. Nice. Nice. So this is actually turning out to be a really good idea, if not a little bit boring. But that's okay. Knuckles, Diamond Shield. Too bad nobody uses shields, because what's the point? So Ingus is obviously up on... but she can't use it. Dang it. Can he? Oh, of course he can. Jerk. Gosh, Ingus, why you gotta have all the defense? I guess I could have changed her into a character that had more defense. What were the other things that I got? Cognitome. Interesting. Metal Knuckles, Tiger Claws. Holy, look at the damage on those. Now, obviously, understanding that they're for monks, and I think in this game... Okay, Diamond Shields protect against some status ailments, that's cool. In this game, monks get not only limited equip choices, but also limitations to the actual type of items they can equip. So I think they can only have body equipment and maybe like rings or whatever the accessory slot is. They don't ever get head equipment. I could be wrong. I know that's certainly the case in some Final Fantasy games with the monk class. But yeah, this is certainly paying off so far. Air knife, which again will probably not be that big of a thing for us, but also moving that light staff was like the best idea I ever had. Seriously. Air knife, diamond mail. It's just gonna go straight to stupid Ingus. Loki harp. Diamond bracers, so Ingus is just getting all diamond up. Let me check really quick. I mean, obviously, no. Dang it. That's really frustrating. Can you at least... Oh, neither of them can have those things. Ah, but you can. Diamond bracers. But you protect against some status ailments. Dang it! What a terrible trade-off. I mean, it's a good trade-off. Bad choice. I don't like making that choice, but I think protecting them from certain status ailments will benefit me more in the long run. Just a normal Phoenix down. Okay. Like, I'm seriously actually considering making Refia a Lancer, if for no other reason than she gets to have better armor. But she also gets badass swords, and you know, if I was really that concerned about the damage she was taking, I could, of course, take away one of her swords and equip her with a shield. And that would help her out a little bit, but... Ah, you can have diamond gloves. That's nice, at least. But not the helm or the... That's so weird. Doesn't make any sort of sense to me. Oh well. Oh well. At least you got a little bit of extra... A little tiny bit of extra defense. Good job, Refia. Okay, so looks like this area is a dead end. So we're gonna go back up to the other floor, and then I think there was another staircase going up somewhere else. Oh nice, she killed them both in one hit. Luneth gets another level. Good, good, good. Good all around. Realistically, I might actually not be able to finish this dungeon in this single session. We'll see how long it ends up being, but with the encounter rate being like it is, not sure. No, not that time. It's fine. However, what am I doing on gold now? I have a pretty nice chunk of gold. I think all of my characters have gone up like at least 3 levels since I've gone in here. So even if we don't make it all the way through and I ended up just warping out and giving up on it, this has already been a worthwhile endeavor for me. What I may have to do is, once I get to probably where the boss area is, just warping out, saving, going to an inn, and then coming back, and just running through, maybe using a map to run through quickly. I can't tell. I think this is the way I came in. Pretty sure that's the way I came in, so. Everybody's up into the 1000s in terms of HP total, though, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm proud of you guys so far. Have I ever talked about how I really wish that this game had a bestiary in it, and it's actually a giant disappointment that it doesn't, because it's a huge step backwards, I feel like. Because if I haven't, I think this game should have bestiary in it, and in fact I think it's a huge step backwards to not include the bestiary. For a number of reasons, but as I mentioned, I think in my last episode, I have been kind of cheating and playing a little bit of the DS version of Final Fantasy IV, and one of the things that I've found incredibly helpful about it, oh crap, is that when you select an enemy, you... Oh, whoa! I didn't know I had an auto battle option. When you select an enemy, it shows a little miniature status screen. And then if you use Libra on them, it will fill in any necessary info about them. What their weakness is, whether they absorb something, and then like their HP total. And then you just have it on screen every time you hover, as long as you've Libra'd once. What is this config to? Oh, dang. I was hoping that there was going to be an auto battle setting. Status? No. Dang it. Should be in the config menu. Alright. Anyway, and so it's super helpful to have that, and I think a couple of other games do it that way. I think maybe 10 also functions that way, if I remember correctly, and maybe 12, maybe. But just having that information on hand without having to back out into a different screen, or just, I guess, memorize it would be the other option, is incredibly helpful. And I guess the obvious argument is that, well, if you have it right there readily available, it makes the game too easy. And I don't think that's really true. I think what it does is it presents you with the information straight up, so you know what's going on, you know what the character or the enemy is capable of doing, you know what happens when you're trying to cast spells at them, and then it lets you act more tactically, honestly, which is kind of, I thought, was kind of supposed to be the selling point of the whole battle system in general, is this sort of tactical component. I don't know. Anyway, like even the way that they did it in the previous two games was better. At least we could look at the bestiary and see what their weaknesses were, what their HP totals were. So if we had ever encountered those enemies in the future, we could know what what we were kind of getting into. With this game, it's just been, well, run into this monster, hope you remember. Which is fine, like, it hasn't, I don't feel like it's, impacted the game in a largely negative way at all. It just, I feel like there's gotta be something that I'm missing here. I feel like I'm running in circles, so I'm gonna actually stop the recording really quick and look to see if maybe I'm just running past this staircase or something. And actually, here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to stop the recording and then run back to a town where I can get cottages. And then I will come back here, use a cottage, and then continue. I think that seems like the best idea. Okay. Alright, we're back. So, first off, I'm a total doofus, and didn't realize the fact that there isn't even tens or cottages in this game to begin with, which is a real shame, actually. Totally big, disappointment. So what I did is I ran back and I maxed out my potions, and that'll at least... Oh, here, we're gonna kill this with one of my favorite things in the world. Let's see if this works. Nah, it's a waste of that, but... see if this works. If it doesn't, whatever. I'll be disappointed, actually, but... ouch. Not a... oh, 2 attacks, okay. Actually, let's just try this with everyone. It should kill him instantly, is what I'm looking for. Zombie dragon is going to attack him. Oh, okay. Yeah! Haha! The old Phoenix Down kills undead immediately trick. I'm happy to see that is still alive and well in this game. Although, I only got a shield from it, which I kind of feel is maybe not worth it. But, whatever. Trident. That'll be nice for... what's his name? What are you? Periton. Okay. That's an interesting name. Yeah. Probably do that. Ouch. Ouch. Let's see what you got, Periton. He can be poisoned, so that's nice. Dig deeper. Not a whole lot of weaknesses wind. Okay. So as soon as Ingus gets that jump off, he will be in bad shape. Oh, cool. Thanks for that. Yeah! That's what I was looking for. Although it was completely unnecessary. I could have just hit him with a regular attack and it would have probably killed him too. Oh well. But a trident. That's exciting. Oh god. Now I have to Phoenix down him. Dang it. But yes, now that I'm maxed out on potions, I should be using those instead of cure spells willy-nilly. Hopefully that'll be helpful for me making it through this dungeon. Fuck mail, but it's a trap. What are you, Deathclaw? That sounds spooky. wonder if I can blind him. Oh, I didn't even have him equip the trident. I feel silly. Okay. Okay. No weak points. He's actually not that big of a deal. Actually, he's kind of not a big deal at all. I'm a little bit disappointed. Trident. Doesn't have an elemental component to it, unfortunately, but... Oh, snap, he just did 420 damage! What are the implications of that? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Reflect Mail obviously is going to reflect things, which is not necessarily a good... Oh, what? Protects against some status elements? It doesn't... It's also worse than Dragoon Mail. Definitely worse than Diamond Armor. Well, okay. Interesting. Oh, the Aegis shield protects against all status ailments, though. That's cool. I'm conflicted. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn you into a dragon. I like the ability to have a little bit of variance, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm strictly worse. Maybe with a knight I would have options for better equipment. Or wait, isn't there like a white knight? No, maybe he's called the White Knight in the original version. So obviously still want that. Obviously definitely still want that. No, I just still have the same crappy... oh, no, I definitely get better stuff with you. Okay, well that's a little bit better. And knights get spell casts, if I remember correctly. Although, you know what, that doesn't make any sort of sense. Well, except I have those badass swords, though. We'll do this for a little bit and see if it... The Triton Hammer. Wow. See if it makes any difference for us. He's just an eater, you know, he just likes to eat things. That's his shtick. Poop. I have a fair few casts of Libra, so I guess I'm not too worried. Yeah, he's... Oh! He just made another person. I do not like that. He's weak against Darkblade. Well, okay. Maybe if I get some unique Dark Knight armor, I can go back to Dark Knight. Because I do like Soul Eater, and it's been working for us pretty well as an offensive ability. And just having her have access to white magic isn't really enough to make it worthwhile, but maybe... See, if she was a Dragoon, on the other hand, like... I don't know. I have a lot of thinking about that to do. So there was that. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like, according to that the walkthrough that I've been using. That is the end of our special sidetrack adventure in the Sunken Caves, at least in this particular dungeon. I can already tell you that this is obviously an excellent idea for me. Just like, who uses hammers? Holy crap. Just the, you know, I mean, honestly, the level gain alone was worth it. So I'm glad I did this, and actually we have another place to stop. That will be another optional dungeon for us, but I think I will keep that for the next episode, and we can have that one be about that optional area. Let's see where. We're trying to get back to Saronia, though. It's over by Saronia, which will, god damn it, have to cast the flippity floppity side spell again. Saronia, Saronia. Wherefore. Okay. There's still that town that I can't get into. That kind of bugs me. So it's kind of like up this way-ish, I think. Can I land in this? No? Oh, dang. I was hoping. Okay, Saronia, here we are. And then it should be kind of like over by here. Yeah, over here. So next time we will go through this area. Luckily, we are right by a town, which happens to be a nice thing for us. So next time we'll explore this little side dungeon, and then we will get back into the main story and head into the Tower of Time, or the Temple of Time, Temple Time Tower. Time. That'll be what the episode's called. Okay, we'll see you around.